today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers taking on Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Gets around him. Runs through the contact. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to throw now. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Kamara. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down. Puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense, led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his 4th season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice, because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he will finally open more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons. 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per reception.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes back to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's... And he's going to go down here a sack. They push him back to the 34. David Onyemata breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
And Robbie Anderson makes a nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 2nd year with the Panthers, but he has a history with Sam Darnold, his new quarterback. They played together with the Jets in Darnold's first 2 seasons, 2018 and 2019.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee there at the 24.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but it is a break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. The defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Ready. Blue ready. Push him back. Push him back.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the red zone now, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Try to pound it in, Kamara. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 31, Darnold and Brate, the tight end's got it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 2, Darnold, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Harris to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
That's his offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Patriots already 1-0, trying to make it 2 straight as they lead on the road. From there, we'll stay in the AFC East as we jet down the coast to check on the Dolphins at Hard Rock. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley on reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they've got the lead for Broncos. First overall pick, Trevor Lawrence with 2 touchdown passes. In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
It's right at midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a...
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 51 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers. Now Darnold. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to right win there and hope for the best.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And the Panthers. They're going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Darnold. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third day. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Darnold down to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2000.
And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Thomas the intended target, but it's going to be second down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Able to slither by, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 48 yards. Rushing for him now on what was
wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
First down, Winston. And this reception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Being chased out left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. This is Smith with a grab. Traquan Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Lutz to and the lead is up to 14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Darnold. This is Anderson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Jets, Darnold to Anderson. First down, Carolina. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Keep coming, baby. Keep coming.
Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Slide for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That time, a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And So that should about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He completes it to Beckham. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Winston. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The lonesome 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Darnold to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.